G'day my friends, Marty Ware here from Marty's Garden with a video that I wasn't really that keen on bringing out. I've been thinking about it for a while because I know many of you, including myself, are getting really affected by the cost of living. Now, prices just keep going up around the globe. Here in Australia, you get nothing for your dollar, basically. I remember when I was, a long time ago, $20 would buy a lot of food. Now, you buy one or two items with it, basically. Some organic milk, good loaf of organic bread, which I like to eat. I don't buy that cheap stuff. But everything else I do. I buy cheap mince and different things and meat cuts and chicken pieces and whatever I can to save dollars and then grow as much food as I can here. I'm in this garden every day to grow and expand it out so I can have more food here at home. Even introducing chickens. We sold our first lot of eggs yesterday, which helps cover some costs for the chickens and building this out. And we're getting our own fruit trees and vegetables and herbs and things like that. And so it's been really, really tricky. Now, Woolies and Coles are our two major shopping places in Australia. Now, if you're watching from overseas, and Australians, some of you know this, some don't, it's been in the media quite a lot about the competition here, how Woolies and Coles just shut everything down. We had a place called Franklin's when I was a kid. It was a cheap place to shop. It was even sometimes 30% cheaper. My mum used to go there and I remember going there with her. We've got Aldi, which is a little bit cheaper. It doesn't stock everything, so it's not convenient for everyone who's in a really busy life. And Woolies and Coles have bought everything out. And the government brought in some law for competition, right? But it doesn't work because no one gets in any trouble if they do anything because none of the laws are implemented. The government here is just absolutely sucks when it comes to competition regulation. Now they've got it in America and the States, very good competition regulation, I believe, and it keeps the prices lower. Now, there's not many people getting in and disrupting the market with this because they just can't get in. I think it's just too expensive or it's just too impossible to get in and the government's not regulating it. So our prices just keep going up. Now the price of gasoline just dropped down here recently, quite a lot. And I don't know what it is in your town or state or whatever, but it come down 25 cents or something just recently. And I haven't seen my costs of my food coming down at all. I've only seen it going up. I remember a few months ago I was screaming about buying a capsicum, a bell pepper, for $8 a kilo. Now the other day I bought one because I don't have any yet growing. I've got some different types of chilies and things nearly on, so I won't have to buy them anymore. But $9 a kilo and I was screaming at 8, so I'm not going to do it. I bought one just because I want to have it in my meal. Now I'm buying cheaper meat cuts because I can't afford, or I don't want to spend the huge money on the big meat cuts. But I have decided to go to the butcher more. Now some things are a bit more expensive, but the quality's better. Some things are cheaper. And someone smiles at me and says hello and gives me the information and talks to me and connects with me, not some stupid machine that I'm going through in a Woolies terminal. I always try and stand in the line and not go through those robots, so scan everything. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Some people really like that. For me, I want to have that connection with people and I want to get value for my dollar. And we're losing our value in our dollar all the time. Now, let me know what you think about what the government and how they suck about this regulation stuff and not putting it in place so we've got more competition on these prices and bring things down. Like, man, people are really hurting around the globe, and if they can just get a bit of off the hip pocket to save some money at the same time when they go shopping, I'm sure they're going to feel much better and go, hey, I can put a little bit towards the mortgage because the interest rates are so high, right? And let's not get started about the housing crisis here. I've been blessed with this place, thank goodness, because I was so close to maybe being homeless at one stage with, as a single dad and with my daughter, and that's not a joke. Neighbours around me were removing rentals, people that were renting, permanent renters, and putting their families in. These guys were getting displaced, and they were given like a month or 6 weeks to get out to find somewhere. Low income earners just can't get in. And so anything to save on the hip pocket. Now, how can we take control as people at home? Well, we've got to look at ways that we can grow as much food as possible. I'm just going to move the camera back a little bit here, just out of that sun. And we've got to find ways to save money, and not so much be running out everywhere and using more of our time, because other people have got to take on second jobs and all that type of stuff, and that can be really hard. So over time, I think if you can start growing some food at home, whether that just be some herbs, some quick growing vegetables like radishes and things like that, you know, some cucumbers in some pots on a little trellis, those little things that we use a lot at home really, really help. And then just work on ways to become more of like a little mini homesteader. That's what I'm sort of doing here, but I'm in here every day working in this garden. My wife works full time and has a couple of part-time jobs. She just goes hard, and I'm, you know, it's a real blessing to have that. And so we're not falling behind in that regard. But as far as going to the shop and my value for money when I'm walking in and out, I'm not getting it. I'm not seeing it. And it's really, really hurting a lot of people. And I've got friends now that work Sundays. You know, they just don't have a choice. They're working virtually 7 days a week and no rest time. And that's not healthy for you or for me either. You know what I mean? And so what I'd like to ask you guys down below in the comments box, what are you doing to get around this cost of living thing? Are you implementing anything different? Have you changed strategies in your life? Are you just staying home more? Like young people, they're not going out because they're just saying it's cost too much. Young guys can't even take girls out on a date at the moment. I'm watching on YouTube and stuff like that, which is really, really sad, right? Now, the baby boomers, they've still got plenty of bucks. So they're out traveling around in caravans and things. But my generation and a little bit lower than that, hey, are the ones that are sort of struggling and having problems with it. So getting into the gardening side of things, there is something that you can do to get food on your plate fast. Now, microgreens is definitely one of them. Then growing baby leaf and your herbs. It's probably the three quickest ways. And then you can start growing some staples like some potatoes and sweet potatoes and things like that. Bale gardening is a really good way to grow potatoes and sweet potatoes fast, not have to be digging and things and getting things going. So that's something that I recommend. And looking at pots that actually have wells in the bottom of them that hold the water, that hold the moisture. Worm farming, so you can be composting just in a small space, getting the liquid from it, and then turning that into fertilizer. That's another quick way you can save some bucks at the same time. And just start off slow and expand out and make sure that you're not overwhelming yourself with it. But start saving some money. Now, a basil bunch, a little tiny basil bunch, $3 at Woolies. You've got to buy 2 of them at least. Big family, you might even have to buy 3 or 4 to make a big meal. There's $12 just in a herb, right? And so you're buying a bunch of basil, a bunch of parsley, a bunch of garlic chives. Look, there's around $10 already, right? So think of the savings. Maybe consider introducing some chickens. I've got chickens here and putting it into my content and trying to share that as much as possible. I'm just bringing this video out because I'm just concerned for you all, and it's just really tough times. And let me know if you'd like to see any type of videos like this where I can help you grow food and save money at home. And we'll just keep working on the story here on the micro farm. Follow along as I'm sort of doing things and implementing stuff, and see if you can implement that at home also to save money. Get composting, start collecting coffee grounds from the shops, from local cafes, any compost that you can. Save money, start producing food at home. Anyway, I think I've kept enough of your time. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, your thoughts and feelings, and share with others. what you think about this at the moment, and maybe some tips and tricks to help people get through. All right, I'm Marty Ware from Marty's Garden. We'll see you in another video real soon. I'm starting to stumble my words a bit because I'm watching the chickens running around. What are they doing? What are they doing? One of them just escaped. All right, got to go. Bye for now.